I think it was Darren Lucas White, threw a lob to Kirby, kind of like they were at the rec center, just like, whoa.
Welcome to the Dip Mitra Show. Now, Dip, before we talk about last weekend's opening games, I know you want to touch on this Sunday, the home opener.
Yeah, dedicating for Coach Bryant. Worked at our university for 34 years, hired me as an assistant, I think, 32 years ago, and then I went off and did my thing, and he hired me back 17 years ago. So I got 34 tickets in my hand, okay? So you can contact my wife, you can contact me, Facebook, email, text. I'll be glad to provide you 34 tickets, and I'm going to tell my wife to get 34 tickets. So we want to get as many people there for Coach Bryant's floor dedication. He's meant a lot to me and my wife and our basketball program, and more importantly, our university. And no better way of getting it off than getting a bunch of people there to see it. Coach hasn't been back as much because I think he's waiting to see the name on the floor. He told me he was going to sneak in the scrimmage the other night. He didn't. But I'm really excited about November 20th, Sunday at 4 o'clock, and I want a special crowd for Coach.
I've got 34 tickets as well, so hit me up. So you also wanted to touch on coming education.
Yeah, ironically, our second home game is December 8th. We play at 11 o'clock in the morning. We play Bowie State, a very good team in the Washington, D.C. area, and 2,174 fifth graders. Every fifth grader in Richmond County is going to be in attendance, but we've also decided to make it free for everybody else. It's very hard logistically to let 2,100 kids in a gym and try to charge. So I'm going to try to get a push for our campus people to show up. Hopefully they can come over at lunchtime, but it's a neat event. We haven't had it for 2 years because of COVID, and I think this is the 7th or 8th one. I need to check. And last time we played, we lost on the last second shot. A guy from Emmanuel hit one from 30 feet. And it's a great event, and we're really, really happy that Richmond County is behind us. Queensboro Bank is our sponsor for it. So it's going to be a great day. That's our second game. So we go from Coach Bryant's opener to the education game.
Going to have some T-shirts for the
guys? We'll have T-shirts. Queensboro's, we'll have some T-shirts, a little different design. We'll wear them. Charles, our video people wear press row wear it. Our cheerleaders will wear them. It'll be a neat day, and it's funny. I ran into a kid last summer. He goes, I came to that game when he lost on a last-second shot. So it is amazing, and the kids look forward to it. And we're just happy that Queensboro and Richmond County support us so much.
That was Tyshaun's first year with us.
Wow, that's right. Yeah. We're all getting old, Chad. So.
Okay, so let's talk about the opening games. Mount Olive, Friday night at Mount Olive. Then you played Barton out at Mount Olive on Saturday. Let's do some coach set it. We'll start with this video about the second half run against Mount Olive.
And Kirby hit a huge three for us. And one of the reasons it was a huge three was only our second made three-pointer of the night. Then Tyree, went out there and denied Mike the ball because everything kind of runs through Mike Brown for them. And he did a great job. And I don't know if that in the same stretch when Tyshaun had a huge block.
Hurt them as the lane comes through and blocked up at the rim off Augusta University.
The three that Kirby hit was huge. Like I said, it was only his second made three of the night. And for Kirby to have the confidence to shoot that makes him a special player. Big possession because it put us up 4 points. And, he got his feet set and he knocked him in. He was a very good shooter last year. And we need to replace Troy Cracknell's shooting and in a different position with Kirby. The other play, Tyree being Tyree. Mike was playing really well. He went out there and denied Mike the ball. And then Tyshaun came over with unbelievable, what we call verticality or wall up to get a block. And, the next play, Tyree's diving on a loose ball. I was probably thinking call timeout, but it was so wet on the floor because it was so humid in the arena. And then Miguel, the ball slips out of his hands and they get it side out. I was thinking, well, we're up 9. We're going to separate this thing with a loose ball. But, Tyree's a special guy, took it on. One thing Tyree did all weekend was get in foul trouble. We got to address that quickly. He picked up 2 fouls too early in both games, and he was very handsy defensively. And we're not as good a team without him on the floor.
Yeah. We go from there. Oh, Kirby flying around.
We got one to open the second half. Kirby on a cut windmilled it. Some of the dunks he had again were reminiscent of what had A.J. Bowman. Just Joey Higginbotham, the athletic director at Mount Olive, coached when AJ was playing and just said, geez, he's like AJ.
Okay, so in the first half, we didn't get much out of the ball going to Tyshaun and us cutting. And I remember telling Kirby, hey, cut the first play. You're going to get a layup. I didn't envision him like windmilling on a cut. And he has a tendency to hang on the rim a little bit, but he jumps so quick that he doesn't know what's underneath him. And I remember after the game telling Lenny, I go, what are we going to do when he hits off the rim on one of those dunks and it goes to half court? We'll probably say, hey, let's get the next one, because he just does them unbelievable. Ironically, on the play before, I don't know what he was thinking. Miguel was driving it. It was a good play by Miguel. He shoots a layup, and Kirby timed it the whole time and reverse dunked it. The funny thing is, when you watch the video, Tyree Myers stands up and looks at us on the bench and kind of points at us. Did you see what he just did? And I mentioned A.J. Bowman, and Joey, the athletic director at Mount Olive, coached against A.J., and he said he's AJ-esque. And AJ would have dunks like that, and you would go, where is that coming from? And Kirby, we haven't ran a lob play for him yet either. We have plays we run for him for a lob, and he has dunks without that. So now he's been our best player in practice all year. Did not play well in the first half against Barton. I kind of told him at halftime, I said, hey, listen, you've been our best player. Don't get down. He picked up fouls, but he's a special talent, no question.
Yeah, that guy. I'll tell you what. Now we're going to hear what Tyshaun has to say about this weekend's opener.
Expect to see from the Jaguars and from you?
We're going to go out there and give 110%. I know my guys are ready. This is a little test run. We had a lot of kinks to get out, but we're going to give 110%. We're going to win every time. We're going to try to get out here and put on the show. Just expect the show.
Great.
Yeah, Tyson he was really good all weekend. The first game, we went into him, they called 3 quick fouls. The second half, they just let him grab him. And he kept his head, which is not easy to do. And he was a force defensively. We had to play a little more zone because teams are so small up there. And we kind of just anchored him around the basket. And, Mount Olive shot 37 threes against us because they didn't want to drive it in there. Barton's a team that doesn't shoot many threes either, but you go in there, you get discouraged when he blocks shots or just his size. Him and Kirby blocking shots, it does deter people from going in there. He had a move in the second half that we didn't see, that he missed a dunk, okay? That he hop-stepped to dunk it. It was going to tear the basket down almost. And I've never seen him do that, in practice. And Dean Williams used to do it. He just kind of a hop step and went to dunk it, hit the back of the rim. Every time Tyshaun gets called for a foul or misses a shot or misses a dunk, it's like the other team won a championship. The crowd goes crazy. Tyshaun likes the attention of being a good player. He sometimes talks to the fans a little bit, but he's all in good spirits. And it's very hard to be big and people just pounding on you all game. And, defensively, he was really good. His rebounding. I remember in the second half of the Barton game, they called a foul on him. I'm like, he really didn't foul. He just put 2 hands up there and they just threw a shot into him. But he's been really good. His passing is underrated. He's going over his other shoulder. Every time we go into a game, we have to figure out how people are going to guard him. We knew Barton just from the past of playing them, they were going to front him. And that's why he got a lot of dunks. Mount Olive tried to double and triple team him. But if you don't have size double him, he can see over top of it. And he's very, very unselfish. And at halftime in the Barton game, he was one of the most vocal guys about turning the ball over. And he did too. He turned it over 2 or 3 times. So he's been really good, no question.
7 assists in 2 games. He had 23 points, 14 rebounds against Barton. I think we were trying to verify it. All 7 of his field goals were dunks. It was a dominant weekend. Now, before we close out, any closing thoughts, whether it be about last weekend or this weekend's home opener?
Well, one thing about Tyshaun is interesting. He's offensive and rebounding better. We keep him on one side of the floor, his size. This weekend's going to be special with Coach Bryant. Darren Lucas White's going to get 1,000 points soon, too. Darren's been our unsung guy for 4 years. Here's a guy that could have started almost every team in the country. Could have started this year. We've decided to start Meach in the 3 spot, but Darren comes in and plays. He knows his role. And I'm really happy because he's the last one of the 4 to get 1,000 points. And Darren's been a defensive stopper. His mom was at Barton. She's the best. She'll be at Virginia Union, bring us food. So it'll be special for him. You know, I think he's within 17 points or something like that, or 12. So he'll get 1,000 points in this month. And Darren is an unbelievable guy to coach, because you hear about guys that he literally all he cares about is winning and being a great teammate. And it'll be interesting to see our 3 other seniors they know it's coming probably, but they'll be very appreciative because he's the last one. It's ironic because he is the unsung guy. You know, he plays the point, he plays the 2, he plays the 3, he plays the 4, and just a special kid.
He, Tyree, Miguel came into the season 82-18.
Wow.
Championship players from day one together as freshmen on the floor against USC Aiken to clinch the championship.
Well, one thing about those 3 guys is there's never been a game that at least 2 of them haven't been on the floor, if not 3, okay? I think it was their freshman year, Darren and Tyree both fouled out of a game. And we looked at Miguel and said, you got to bring it up, you know. And Miguel's really not a point guard, and we just go play basketball, Miguel. So Darren, Tyree, or Miguel, 2 of them been on the floor, if not 3 of them, for all these championship games, all these wins. And, you know, they all bring something different to the table. And, you know, we lost a great player with Troy Cracknell. It's just people's roles change, and we're just fortunate to have those 3 guys and Tyshaun as our senior class.
Well, before we close out with Kirby, you mentioned the coach talking about AJ, yeah. Kirby, AJ. So Tyshaun, Garrett, Kirby, AJ, Miguel, Ben. I mean,
yeah, he's a good. Yeah, you know, Kirby's talented. Yeah,
group.
Yeah, he's talented, and you know, Kirby beats to his own drum. You know, I could tell a bad Kirby story, but we're in the lobby at Mount Olive, getting ready to play them that Friday, and Columbus was sharing a hotel, and he said, "Are we playing Columbus tomorrow?" I said, "No, we're playing Bart." He just plays basketball. He doesn't get caught up in stuff. He doesn't get caught up with himself. He's a very good passer, and some people like the attention of it, but he gets a lot of it. I mean, he's good, and you know, he's had nights early in his career where he struggled. He got off to a bad start against Barton, and you know, kind of claimed a hamstring injury somewhere during this thing, and then he dunks one like that, and he informed me after the game that his hamstring was still bothering him. Like, okay. No, he's unbelievable natural talent, natural ability. You know, he does some things that, you know, technically as a coach, hey, you don't want to do this. I remember telling him late in the game, do not gamble this possession. He's like, I got you. And he just kind of gambles out of instinct, and no, he's really good, and he's an important piece for our success this year. You know, it's not who you start, who you finish. I would argue that we need him to finish every game. We need Tyshaun to finish every game. We need Tyree and Miguel, and then whoever else is playing well, Vidi, Meach, Darren. And now Kirby's a big piece, no question about it.
Kirby averages, I think now, 18 points and 8 rebounds a game. Miguel had 16.5 per game, you know, 33 points.
Yeah, let me hit one thing on Miguel. He was a 3-point shooter, and we really worked hard with him from the spring after that game was be aggressive, be aggressive, be aggressive. So in the last couple of games, even our exhibition game, he's taken 16, 17 shots, only 5 threes. Now, he's not making them, but he'll make them. But he's taking the ball to the basket more, and we really need that. We really need somebody to get in there besides Tyree and Darren to finish. And that shows you a progression, you know, because he was a catch-and-shoot guy and a really, really, really good one. But he's driving the ball a lot better, and, you know, Miguel's a great communicator on defense. Not a great on-ball defender, but he's a great communicator.
22 points against Barton, 11 points and 7 rebounds against Mount Olive. Strong senior class. I can't wait to see him in action Sunday against Fayetteville State. Any other closing thoughts before we listen to Kirby?
Yeah, Fayetteville State's a good team. You know, we've played them last year. Luke Gillespie used to be the coach of Bowie State. You know, they're on a weird swing. They got added to a tournament. This game was originally scheduled on Saturday. He had to move it to Sunday, so he's playing Friday and Saturday in Atlanta. And I just told him, yeah, we can't move this because we're doing the floor for Coach Bryant. He understands, and you know, it'll be a good battle. They're picked second in the CIAA. Virginia Union, who we play later in December, is picked first. We wanted to play good people. Our guys were excited when they saw us playing in Catawba. You know, so we trying to play as good as people as we can this year, and Fayetteville State's going to give us a battle, no question.
Can't wait. Let's listen to Kirby on the way out about the crazy reverse dunk.
Play was not supposed to be that. Gail just drove it, and I yelled out, Gail, and he threw it at the rim, and the way I jumped and caught it, I just was like, I'm backwards, hey, let's do it. So I just threw it back. Yeah, he was just watching the ball, showing too much, trying to help, so I just slipped back door.
And so you yelled out, Gail.
And Gail just threw it at the rim.
Okay.
No, I was thinking just to go with a regular, but when he threw it, it kind of stopped at the front of the rim, so it was just catch. Oh, I'm here, so I just throw it back.
He can convert offensively to get it down low, and per usual, Tyshaun works his way to the low post to get in rebound position, and he gets the big rebound, puts it on the court, another dunk. Lead. Here they are again, trying to get the ball down low. Got away with a travel down there. Another tight defense zone. They collapse, and a nice job by Crawford to find his teammate. Crawford down low. Looks it, kicks it outside. Dribble penetration, high off the glass. The layup is good by Arnold. Here's a kick out. Nobody wants to shoot the three. You say a couple of them had opportunities and elected to pass. They know what it's like. They had a 13-point lead in the game yesterday. As
A little bit here, Alex.
final 7 seconds of the first half, and an entertaining first half it's been. Down to three. Long-range three is good off the glass from Miguel Arnold. He's got 12 points. Half number one comes to...
Worse.
They get it in. Vitti for three from the corner, knocks it down. First bucket of the game for David. Well, they got the defensive stop they needed, did Augusta U. See if they can convert offensively to get it down low, and per usual, Tyshaun Crawford behind Crawford come up with a takeaway. Hairston on the drive loses his footing. Basketball stolen again. It's sloppy to start the opening.